didn't go up, but prices went up. Gas goes up, milk goes up, trains go up. How am I supposed to live? And this is all because our government prints too much money, starts too much wars, so they can sell their tanks, their guns, their missiles. Because that's all America exports, is guns, missiles, and tanks. That's it. We need to bring production back to America middle class in 10 years. And the Federal Reserve. And the fractional banking system. And the Fed. Elect Ron Paul. And the war. Ron Paul 2012. Sound money. Stop with the banksters printing money. Printing and debasing our currencies. Driving up our prices. We don't need any more money in our economy. We got plenty in debt. No.
American culture. I don't think that's correct. It's not American culture. It's corporate culture. And it got infused into our heads, courtesy of the most sophisticated propaganda effort, a mass propaganda effort ever created in human history. When you have a choice in life between two sets of principles, power and privilege, or justice and truth, and you have to make a choice. And if your fealty and loyalty is to justice and truth, the more you compromise with those whose loyalty is to power and privilege, the more you diminish the capacity for justice and truth. The question is, how do you make the powerful afraid of you? And that's what you're doing now. It's our job to rebuild the radical movements that keep this country honest. And watch that banking crisis in Europe. Those banks are teetering. Spain, Greece, Italy, Portugal. And if they go under, you can be sure these guys are going to go back for more.
Those who believe that America is so exceptional that they have this moral duty to use force and violence and wars to promote what we think is good. They cancel out everything that is good. We had been the freest society and the most prosperous, and now we are less prosperous and less free, and we should admit the truth. And if we want to remain, the exceptional nation and being the freest and most prosperous, we're not going to do it by continuing to do what we're doing now.
And they know that Washington has not always put their interests first. The question is whether, in the face of an ongoing national crisis, we can stop the political circus and actually do something to help the economy. They believed in a country where everyone gets a fair shake and does their fair share.
American dissent has manifested into a movement impossible to ignore. Occupy Wall Street began in the world's financial capital, but this week, protests have blazed through dozens of cities nationwide. In the Big Apple, up to 15,000 Americans flooded lower Manhattan. Labor unions, transport workers, teachers, nurses, and U.S. veterans standing shoulder to shoulder with young activists, spearheading a fight against U.S. wealth inequality and corporate greed. The New York City Police Department has pumped $2 million into overtime pay, funds some critics say are being used to repress freedom.
The American people understand that not everybody's been following the rules.